Okay, this is a video for pre-calculus. This is question 5 on the quiz about the truck. So I'm going to do this real quick. We've got crates loaded. This is one of the variables, and we've got total weight. And if we want to make a table, we could say, and this is what I saw a lot of people do. They started with a table. They weren't necessarily sure where to go from there in a lot of cases, but they at least wrote this out. And then some people said, okay, well, I can find slope, and that was a good thing to do. So this is an increase in 32,000 pounds, and this is an increase of 25 crates. So of course that means that if we add 25 crates, that means that by doing that we're adding 32,000 pounds. So we can then divide. And by dividing, we'll be finding the weight of one crate. And it looks like that's going to be, what is it, 1,280. And that, of course, is the slope, right? This right here is the slope of the line. So that means, just like we have, this is a line, by the way, that in this word problem, we're trying to write the equation for a line. And it's going to be a y equals mx plus b equation. But since our variables are c and w, they're not x and y, it's really going to be y equals m times c plus b, right? This is in, the number of crates is in the place of the x, and the total weight is in the place of the y. So we know m. M is 1,280. So this then is the only unknown. That's what we want to find. We can use this right here, this particular number of crates and this particular weight, put it in. Okay, and now we can just solve for b by multiplying and subtracting that from 38,000. So I won't try to do that in my head. Right there. So b equals that, okay? So I can now write my equation. W equals 1,280c plus 18,800, right? Question 7, by the way, then asks how many, we're getting a little washed out there, there we go. How many crates if we have an 80,000 pound limit. Okay, so that means we can get right up to 80,000, but we can't go over it. So I think what I would do is just say, I mean, you could guess and check, but if you want to do it directly, you could say, I'll take 80,000, right? I'll subtract 1880. Or sorry, 18,800, and I'll divide that by 1280, right? So I have this many crates, and I can see that if I multiply that by, if I put it back in, I multiply it by 1280 and add 18,800, I get back to 80,000 exactly. Now the only trouble is I can't have exactly this many crates because it's not a whole number of crates. Well, that tells me that the answer here is 47, right? So the answer is 47 because 47 is the most I can have without, you know, as a whole number without going over 80,000. It's not exactly 80,000, but if I go to 48, it's going to go over. So I know this is the answer.